Can the Raiders play spoiler this Saturday against the Kansas City Chiefs? Let's talk about it. Nation, Darth Raider here, and I'm coming at you with my preview of our Saturday's game against the Kansas City Chiefs. As you can see, things have changed. Got a little bit more memorabilia here. Things are looking up right now. So, like I said before, if you guys have any feedback, I greatly appreciate it. As always, when it comes to these previews, we're going to go ahead and take a look at the injuries for the week, take a look at our opponent, keys to the game, and we're going to end it off with some predictions. Taking a look at injuries here, it looks like the only person that's not going to be playing for the Raiders, it's going to be Darian Butler. He's out with the concussion. The only people we don't have playing for the Kansas City Chiefs is going to be wide receiver Sky Moore. So that was it for injuries. Let's go ahead and check out our opponent. Right, so it is the Kansas City Chiefs. They are the division leaders, and it looks like they're going to be winning the division once again. It is what it is. It seems like the AFC West has done whatever it could to try to contend with these Kansas City Chiefs, but at the end of the day, they are still the team to beat. Currently sitting in first place. They've already locked their way into the playoffs already. The only thing that they're fighting for right now is going to be the #1 seed to gain that home field advantage for the rest of the playoffs. So this is kind of where we come in. And if there's any way we can go ahead and beat these guys, we knock them out of that first place slot, I think we would give it over to the Bills. So that's why I'm hoping here that we can go ahead and, kind of play spoiler coming up this weekend. Now, when we're looking at the all-time record between these two teams, unfortunately, due to their recent success, I want to say in the last maybe 4 or 5 years, it used to be pretty close, but now they do have a pretty big lead. They are leading the series between both of us is going to be 71 wins, 54 losses, and 2 ties. When we talk about some notable players, I'm going to go ahead and talk about 2 of these guys on offense, so 1 of them on defense. Obviously, we're going to go ahead and start with, Patrick Mahomes. This guy is leading the league in touchdown passes with 40 right now. He has 12 interceptions. He's also leading the league in passing yards at 5,048. And he's also first in QBR with the 77.8. So, it is what it is. He is the best quarterback in the league right now. There is competition out there with the Josh Allens and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, Patrick Mahomes is the gold standard when it comes to quarterbacks in the NFL. Hopefully our defense could do something against Kermit the Frog here to rattle him and have him have a bad game. And the other asshole I want to talk about is going to be tight end Travis Kelce. Right now, he is sitting with the 104 receptions. That's good for 3rd in the league. He's 8th in receiving yards with 1,300. He's 2nd in touchdown receptions with 12. And he's averaging 12.5 yards per catch, which is good for 45th. But I probably wouldn't take too much into account that number right there because he is a tight end. A lot of his game is going to be, throughout the middle, short passes, yak, things of that sort. While we have a pretty good tight end of our own, at the end of the day, again, Chiefs have the gold standard when it comes to these weapons. So, yes, Travis Kelce is the best tight end in the league. As far as defense goes, their star is going to be Chris Jones. This guy is tied for 5th in sacks with 13. He's got 2 forced fumbles, 27 solo tackles and stuff like that. But this guy, he seems to absolutely wreck games when the team absolutely needs him to. So, dude's a vet. Dude knows what he's doing. He's always not leading the league, but he's always up there, when it comes to sacks, especially as a DT. As far as team stats go, we're going to go ahead and check them out right now. They currently are leading the league with passing yards at 305 passing yards per game. Good for 1st. Rushing yards, they're at 112.6. That's good for 21st. But, we all know that this team is more of a passing team than anything. They are averaging the most points in the league at 29.1. And their defense is averaging 22.3 yards allowed per game. So, can you score on them? Yes. Can you outscore them? Probably not. Now, if we were going to compare both teams to this, as you guys can see, I pulled these guys up a little bit of comparison for both of them. While they are the #1 offense, we are the #10th offense. They are the 13th best defense compared to our 26th best defense. God damn, we're trashing that defense, man. 1st in passing versus our 11th in passing, 21st in rushing to our 16th in rushing. So if there's anything that we can do better than this team, is going to be rushing. Thank you, Josh Jacobs. All right, so that was a little bit about the Kansas City Chiefs. Now let's go ahead and talk about the keys to the game. I have two keys to the games when it comes to offense, and then one key to the game when it comes to defense. So the first one is going to be, stay on schedule when it comes to time and possession. The last thing we want to do is, be on a 3rd and like 12, 2nd and 9, that type of situations, because at the end of the day, it just adds more pressure to Stidham, to the play calling, things of that sort. So if we can just go ahead and keep those like 2nd and 4s, 3rd and 2s type of situations, and also keep the ball as long as we can, just to avoid, Patrick Mahomes, and, pretty much like do his thing and, destroy everyone that he has, all year, his whole career and stuff like that. So if we can go ahead and keep the time of possession, stay on schedule, don't go on these like 3rd and 12s, things of that sort, I think we have a pretty good chance, to stay competitive. Kind of piggybacking off that, time and possession type of thing. I think what everyone is really wondering is, can he do it again? There's always those type of situations where like a brand new quarterback comes into the team, lights it up, and then he falls back to earth the very next week. So, Stiddy, my man, we're really hoping that you can go ahead and, continue on the trend that you were doing. Not just to, one, spoil the playoff seeding, give the team confidence to maybe even resign you next year, but most importantly to, kind of bring in some kind of light and some kind of joy for the fan base here that has been absolutely through the shithole in the last, few weeks with the benching, the rumors, things of that sort. So I'm hoping Stidham can go ahead and perform just how he did. I'm not expecting him to, hit another like 360 or something like that, but if he can kind of produce and, just stay on schedule, I think we have a pretty good chance to, like I said, be competitive. And my key to the game for the defense is going to be avoid the big play. Many times, especially against this team, we've seen Patrick Mahomes just like throw it for like 35, 50 yards, 60-yard passes. Granted, Tyreek Hill isn't here anymore, but at the end of the day, Mahomes is Mahomes, and he's going to be just slinging that ball. So we got to avoid the big play, guys. I'm hoping that we can go ahead and get some sacks, rattle him a little bit, and just, have him have an off day. All right, guys, that was it for keys to the game. As far as predictions go, I thought about this. First, I thought it was going to be like a high-scoring game. Now that I think about it a little bit more, I think it's going to be more around the, 24-27 type of ball game. Obviously, I am a Raider fan. This is for the Shield and stuff like that. So I am hoping that we do win. We do come out on top. We are a 9.5 underdog according to the bookies. I'm probably going to make a bet and just say that we're going to go ahead and keep it on that 9.5. It always gets chippy. It's always a pretty good game when it comes to divisional matchups. So I'm hoping we can not just cover. Obviously, we could win, but I am hoping that we can at least, bring in a battle for them and, show these guys that, we are someone to be reckoned with next year. All right, guys, I don't know about you, but I am really excited to see what Saturday has to bring for us, mostly because I just want to see another spark here, when it comes to that offense. We had a really good taste, last weekend against the Niners. I'm hoping we can kind of replicate this and, end up the season on a good note. This is the last preview that I am going to be doing for this season. I'll obviously be go ahead and doing it, next season as well. I'm going to try to create some content when it comes to, some of these Raider players. I have something cooking up with, Devontae Adams. Hopefully the next time I see you guys, we will come out victorious. Once again, Darth Raider is out.